Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we're going to check out a deck that actually did really well in Sub Tuesday, better than I expected, and it's a deck built around Angelic, Exaltation, and Krenko, Tin Street Kingpin. Angelic Exaltation gives a creature you control +X until end of turn when it attacks alone. A little throwback to a mechanic called Exalted that's on certain creatures like Noble Hierarch. Then Krenko, whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on him, and then you create a number of 1/1 Goblin tokens equal to Krenko's power. So the idea, come out aggressive, play a bunch of low creatures, play Krenko, play Angelic Exaltation, plus the Krenko, attack, make a million 1/1s. That's pretty much it. Make a million 1/1s isn't mind-blowing in the format with Goblin Chain Whirler and Sweepers and Deputy of Detention, but we will try to do it nonetheless. And other cards that go in the deck, Healer's Hawk is great with the Exaltation because the lifelink can do a lot of good. Bro's Challenger plays pretty well with Healer's Hawk, although not necessarily well with the Exaltation itself. Militia Bugler gets you pieces of the combo, whether it be Aurelia, Healer's Hawk, or the Krenko. Aurelia is awesome with Krenko, being able to pump it so you get more tokens, as well as just providing a big resilient threat that the deck needs very badly. Starfleet Daredevil, we don't know really much what removal or spells to run. We want to be very assertive, and this card can get removal or spells from the opponent's graveyard, so it's a little bit of value that you can dig up with the Bugler, or you can just spike it on turn 2, start attacking. Lawrune Enforcer can tap down some large creatures, and it does a good job because it's another creature on the board to make your exaltations bigger that can also stop blockers from blocking. Unbreakable Formation pumps the whole gang if everybody wants to get in there. Goes very well with Krenko so that it survives the turn. Also goes well with the Krenko army so that your 1/1s aren't just 1/1s. Shock has to kill Runaway Steamkin and other early creatures so you don't just die to them. And Response Resurgence, while sometimes able to kill a large creature, the Resurgence side is really good. For example, my opponent was at 15. I had a Boros, I think it was a Healer's Hawk and an Aurelia, something like that, and maybe add a Mentor counter. And I cast Resurgence, and because I had 2 combats, I got 2 Aurelia +1/+2/+0 triggers and 2 Aurelia Mentor triggers, and I just dealt 15. It was like turn 5, I had a Hawk, I had an Aurelia, they had like 4 creatures on the ground, and I just cast Resurgence, boom, boom, you dead. Good times. So let's see if we can run some of that crazy luck I had with this deck on Thursday back again for some good shenanigans here today. Okay, Lawrune, Daredevil, draw land Bugler, draw land Aurelia. I think we've got to try it. It's not the most imposing opener. It is a 1-mana 1/2 and a 2-mana 2/1. It's basically a draft opener, but this is sort of like trying to be a good draft deck. Our opponent was Sentinel Totem. They are ready to hate graveyards, and I'm immediately thinking that they're going to play Phylactery Lick and make this thing just have an indestructible, but we'll have to rely on Lawrune Enforcer to tap that down. Hiya. Daredevil, not going to wait for a spell to be in the yard. Let's assert our position. Let's get our attacks in. Let's be the one on the board. Let's be aggressive. So the stick is this totem. Tap it, exile all cards from all graveyards. Probably won't matter much unless we're trying to use our Dire Fleet Daredevil on something of our opponents. Hiya. We got white mana, so not a Phylactery Lick. Not yet. Maybe it's a Karn deck. Who knows? Something that main deck Sentinel Totem. I don't know quite what that deck looks like. But it's another Brewer. And that's a nice break because I've played a lot of mono red. I think we'll take the Challenger. We'll take the Challenger. Too bad we didn't find a Krenko there. The Challenger can put a counter on our Lawrune Enforcer. It can pump this Healer Hawk maybe eventually. It's just another solid body. Our opponent with Esper. Is this their take on Esper control that we're up against? Well, if they have a counter spell, it has to be a 3-mana one. If they have a Kaya's Wrath, they have to hit the untapped black. Let's see what they've got. Just gonna slam Aurelia. I'm gonna Aurelia. All right. Let's pump the... I think the Daredevil's the thing to take the risk with. If something's gonna die, it can be this little 2-1. I like the Vigilant Bugler. The Law Rune might tap a creature, which our opponent still may play creatures. They flash in a Hired Blade. This is a 3-2 with flash. How did I not see that one coming? I guess I am the fool. Threw away my Law Rune Enforcer to the Ambush Viper. The Ambush Viper on steroids. Look at that mustache. You know he's evil. Alright, says go. No second black there. I'm starting to think that Kaya's Wrath, probably not realistic. We'll go ahead and launch our Challenger. Now, what about Settle the Wreckage, huh? What about it? I'm playing around nothing. Nothing, I say. I don't know what I'm up against, so I'll assume I'm up against nothing until I'm shown otherwise. Syncopate. There you go. We want to put a counter here so that it doesn't trade with the blade, because the first striker already goes through the blade. So we'll pump the Aurelia and mentor the Bugler. It's a lot of damage. The opponent bailed themselves out by syncopating the mighty Unbreakable formation. Do they have some kind of a wrath effect to bail themselves out again? They made a chump block to preserve their life total. I mean, sure. It's becoming clear to me that I'm up against a superior life form. Like man's first contact with the aliens, only to find out that they're far more enlightened and capable than he is. So, I don't know. Just gotta throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Let's go, Healer's Hawk. Carry me. Carry me. Are you serious right now? Alright. Got him. I guess I'll hold this. Just in case I don't know what. Boom shakalaka. Our opponent playing around shock like a true genius would. Sentinel Totem means that this doesn't make anything good happen, but there's nothing in the graveyard really right now anyway. Sure, now I can't Kaya's Wrath myself. Like I said, superior being. Alright, down to the last card. Hold on to your butts. Okay, should be okay. We should be okay. I'm really curious what the opponent still has to play here. Alright, in response, they drew a Vraska's Contempt. But this is resolving, so got him. Before they gain that life, gotta fire those shocks off. One good top deck deserves another. If the opponent had played that on their turn, though, yeah, the game would go on. Alright, we get to open on Healer's Hawk. Hand's basically busted. Pew pew. Zap, 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 zap. Dance for me, monkey. Dance. Yeah. Hit him with that sway move. Bet the girls in the club love that. And then that you're made of flowers. Okay. Mono red. I guess that means we want to save our Daredevil to get rid of something else. Well, to flash back like a shock of our opponents or a lightning strike, right? To hit them with some of that removal. I believe we can say go here. I want to see if my opponent has a Steamkin before I commit this shock. So I get punished by get you, Lava Runner, attack you, light up the stage, that kind of nonsense. Well, when they do that before playing the land, it makes me think I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. You don't have a Steamkin, and you need this light up the stage. That's the risk I'm taking. That's the call I'm making. Okay, shock in the graveyard, love it. Love it. And look at that, light up the stage hitting 2 lands, they only get to play 1. Hell yeah. Perfect. Fail. I fail at life. I am the worst at bugling. Epic bugle fail. Phew. Nope. It's a Pyromancer. So it's either another light up the stage or a whiz-bang lightning. Okay. You got me with the skewer. Nice job. I am going to light up this frickin' stage myself. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. All right, well, Response Resurgence, not the best reveal of my life, but it's okay. We're digging. We're trying to dig up some value so we can go head to head here and do cool things. I'm ready for my Chain Whirler, sir. You're not a Chain Whirler. I mean, I got first strike, so cool. What else you got? We're just throwing cards into the... our opponent is just throwing cards into the trash can to cast light up the stage. It's kind of humorous. Like, they will just throw a shock to face, a wizard in the graveyard, anything they have to do to light up this frickin' stage right now. This is the stage manager from hell. Just total pitbull. This stage will get lit. I don't care who has to die to make it happen. I'm having a real think about this lightning strike. You know you can hit a bugler if you save it, right? Okay. And we don't want to expose the Krenko, so we're definitely putting the bugler out. Value, value, value. Hit me with a card. Hey. So I could take the challenger. It's a pretty tough one to answer. Tin Streets, though, like, must be killed. So I think spamming Tin Streets, especially with the Exaltation ready, is a good move. It's not going to be mana efficient. I think the odds of this dying are pretty high, but actually I want my opponent to have to kill this and get it out of the way. They know about the Krenko. I want them to just have to kill everything. Would you like to throw more things into my Daredevil? You can. I accept. I will definitely block. I've proven this. All right. Keep hawking it up. I can't believe this healer hawk has lived this long. Here comes the first Krenko. Let's see if the opponent can kill it. This little hawk just piling in the lifelink. No! My plan? You ruined my plan! Yeah, no blocks here. But if we can kill that Chain Whirler, Krenko's gonna make dorks. Yep, that last card isn't a thing. So what do we got over here? There's a Skewer the Critics, a Shock, a Lightning Strike. The Lightning Strike will do the job. This can also just make Krenko a 3/4. And I like it. And it spirals even more out of control next turn. So we gotta stack this right. We want this and then that. And there's our goblins. You're gonna have to come up with another Chain Whirler. Yeah. See? Angelic Exaltation. It's great with only one frickin' creature on the board. Eh? Okay. We know the opponent didn't have an instant speed removal from the way that the game progressed, which is why I wasn't scared of this Chain Whirler first strikey shenanigans at all. Now you got 2 cards. You lit the stage. How could things go wrong after you lit such a beautiful stage? I mean, I'll block. I'll make more of these. I got plans. I'll preserve my life total. Trade off with your junk. It's cool with me. Mountain. Love it. Okay. So this turn, you're legendary, right? Yep, we're not playing a second one of you. But we will run out this Healer's Hawk. We will do our bugling. Let's see if you're better at bugling than your friends. Oh, you're so good at bugling. Let's just keep these coming so that they never stop. So it just gets worse and worse and worse. Make sure you stack those triggers right, kids. I learned from tough experience. It's a big boy. Reading that Angelic Exaltation, being like, where are these goblins coming from? I've never seen a deck do such cool things. I've only played mono red versus mono red, and everybody else is dead on turn 3, so I have no idea what other cards do, and that's game. Alright, it's a curve. It does things. Chandra Avatar, mono red. Wouldn't have it any other way, right? Impress me. Shock me. Ah, Temple Garden, I love you. I love you. I'm going to give my opponent a nice for no particular reason that they understand. I'm just glad they're not playing red. All right. Incubation Druid. We're doing stuff. Things are happening. Let's see if our opponent has the Teferi Time Raveler for the Krenko, which is one of the great fears of the deck. If they can't kill this, though, it's about to get nuts. Like, we're going to go straight to the top rope. We're not messing around here. We're going to be goblining it up. Deputy of Detention, by the way, is also a problem. Frilled Mystic, huh? I mean, I just attack with both, right? I mentor this? Yep. That's pretty good. I mean, you can play your Frilled Mystic now. Doesn't matter much. This is now a 3/4. And I can pump the Boros Challenger into a 3/4. They're going to damage. I mean, I could let the opponent Frilled Mystic a Hawk or something, or I can just waste their mana. I'll just waste your mana. Just get an extra point with my Boros. Challenge ya. I challenge ya. Yo, you over there. I challenge ya. You did it. You made a 3/2. I did much more cool things. I'm very awesome that way. No. I'm just humored. Okay, got Eternal Ketras here. Game on. Game on. All right. Healer's Hawk. Angelic freaking Exaltation. Get him. It has to attack alone, and you have to stack it in this manner. 10, 11, and a million tokens. Next deck. I would have held out for a Deputy of Detention if I were my opponent, but there you go. I already played this person today. They're playing mono red. Yeah, this hand is something. Might get destroyed by mono red, might fight back, we'll see. We're on the draw, probably can't win. Did they change avatars? They did. Tamio had an Ajani avatar. They switched avatars for this event. Same deck. You're the enemy. You're farming events with mono red. We are not friends. I can't blame them. I mean, you kind of get a free collection if you play mono red in best of one events over and over and over and over. but come on. Okay. Their plan is to troll me. It's nice. Yeah, take out that Hawk. Don't let Healer's Hawk get ya. You'd hate to ever see anybody gain a life around here. Viashino Pyromancer. So Direfleet Daredevil has a shock in the yard, so we want to make sure we pace that appropriately. And in the meantime, we'll put some 2/3s in your way. See how many lightning strikes you brought to your party today. Okay, you got Whirly Boy. I'm proud of you. But I'm kind of ready for Whirly Boy. Oops. They brought emotes this time. They're frustrated that they have to play me twice. Did I beat them last time? I did. I beat them last time with... What was it with? It was the Abzan Aristocrats deck is what I beat them with. Stuff of Legends. Alright, here comes a shock or something. Great, that's a 2-for-1. I've got a response. That's literally a response. Angelic Exaltation off the top. Guess we're using a shock. Our opponent's tapped out, so it's easy mode. Another 2-for-1. Unless the opponent has a Chain Whirler to pick up this Direfleet Daredevil. But we're at 15. They're at 3 cards. Their Lava Runner doesn't get in there. I think we'll just send out the Challenger. The Daredevil can, the other Daredevil in my hand can probably do better. Hiya. Hadouken! What you got? I can't help myself. I cannot help myself. I don't think they know how first... They never read this card either. What is blocking? I've never done this. I am Red Mage. Alright, let's get you going. Get some extra damage in there with the 4/3. Bam. I know. Game's full of all kinds of neat cards. Another Lava Runner. Sweet. I still don't see a need to use the shock yet. Maybe I'm being greedy. Like, I mean, I just don't feel like I need to use the Daredevil to get back a shock here. Maybe I should and just try to get way ahead. Yeah, I should. Let's just try to end this thing quickly. I could get blown up a little bit by another Chain Whirler, but I make my opponent's Lava Mancers so bad. Yeah, pump them. 6/5, and now we can Law Rune Enforce tap this down and get more damage in. The stage got lit. So these 2 cards must be Experimental Frenzy and Chandra. That looks nice. So full control, all attack. Also, Mentor here, and we can now use the Law Rune Enforcer's ability to tap down the Pyromancer because of Vigilance, and it's still attacking, so that's lethal. Boom! Do. Well, I watched some NXT TakeOver. I know I'm a few weeks late, but for those of you who watch wrestling, maybe you get that. I'm going to retire this lovely deck for the video, at least for today, because I have to go. The roller derby needs me. Thank you for watching this video and the continual, just endless seeming overperformance of this Boros Krenko Angelic Exaltation deck. I hope you really enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.